Hello YouTube, this is One Steel Horse from me. Wanted to do a quick review for you on the Thermold 30 round magazines. These are the polymer, they call it Zytel magazines for the Mini 14. This is my 580 series Mini 14, and what I was hearing was that people were having issues with being able to fit a fully loaded 30 round magazine into their rifles with the bolt closed. Apparently it wouldn't push in far enough to clip in. I haven't had that issue with these, and this is a fully loaded magazine here, and it's just loaded with some factory Wolf ammo here. That this 223 Remington 62 grain full metal jacket Wolf performance ammunition with steel case. Got it loaded up there nice and tight. I can still push down on it slightly with my finger pressure. It is a tight fit. You do have to press on it a little firmly, but I'm able to get it to clip in there without any issues. But the second thing I wanted to talk about was when I first got these, I was having some jamming issues, and this was just cycling rounds manually with my hand, just working the bolt and seeing if I can get rounds to feed that way. And I was getting some jamming issues, which concerned me. I'd never purchased these magazines before, but I've had them for about 6 months now, and I think they were about $11 a piece. I figured I'd try a few and see for the price. It seemed like a good deal. But then when I was getting those jamming issues, I was a little concerned. So I examined the magazine follower, and in particular, right up in here, this is where the actual tip of the bullet will rest, right in there. And what was happening is there were pieces of plastic material that were still connected there that were just it looked like they needed to be relieved off, but through the manufacturing process, some of the material was still connected there, just floating around up there, and it was creating issues with the bullet coming in contact with those pieces and creating jamming issues and feeding issues. So what I did is I took a simple needle file like this one, and just kind of went in there and relieved out those areas and created a nice contour that kind of matched the curve of most bullets out there, and removed a little bit more material, which allowed some clearance there for the rounds. I mean, enough for most cartridge overall length for factory ammo that you would run into, off the store shelves. And this was the end result, as you can see there. So there's just a little bit of gap between, and these are pushed all the way to the back, as far as back as they can go. But there's a little bit of clearance there, and there's no more of those plastic burrs that were coming in contact with the rounds there. So you might have to play with yours a little bit depending upon how bad. I bought 5 of these things, and some of them were worse than others. So you just got to take your time and work that file in there. Try not to relieve too much material. And now they hand cycle perfectly. I have not range tested these yet. I know I've had them for 6 months, but I don't take my Mini 14 out, or haven't, very often, so I haven't actually had a chance to get to the range yet. But I will hopefully range test them pretty soon here, and maybe give you an update on how they actually work in a live fire test. But let me also now show you here, and I'll show you that the chamber is clear there, the bolt is open, no magazine in there. I'm going to go ahead and close the bolt and try the best I can to maneuver this rifle into a position. I'm using my phone, I apologize guys, so it's kind of difficult here for me to secure this in a fashion where I can actually support the rifle and grab that magazine for you and show you that a fully loaded 30-round Thermold magazine will fit in with the bolt closed relatively easily. About as easy as you can expect, I guess. Got it in there and it's pushed down and you kind of hear that click there. So the magazine catch did clip on there. There is a little bit of play. If I move this forward and back, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little bit of play front to back and not quite as much side to side. So it's actually a fairly decent fit on that. So that's what I wanted to show you today, really, is to see if maybe that information will help you relieve some of your jamming or feeding issues with your Thermold magazines and your Mini 14. This is One Steel Horse for me, signing off. Thanks for watching.